Chinese people, we love giving this expensive alcohol to each other.
Yeah.
But no one fucking drinks it.
No one.
We have friends who have cabinets full of Louis, and I'm not even joking. It's just on display.
Yes.
Why is this not being consumed? Welcome to The Worst Asian Podcast, where a couple Asian American millennials give you our shitty opinions on all things Asian. Hello, my name is Lingjie. I'm here with my co-host as per usual, Ben.
Yo. Hello, everyone. What's up, Lingjie? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
You saw me last week.
Damn. You're right.
Why is it that when I try to reach you, you just keep ghosting me to the point where I sometimes have to literally slide into your personal DMs to get your attention? I know you're busy with work and all, but what the hell, man?
Yeah, so I'll be honest, man. I realize I'm becoming like that grumpy old dude with technology. I just hate getting notifications. It's not a good excuse, but yeah, bro, I'll look at your message. I'm like, oh, shit. I don't read it.
Oh, thanks. You don't read it.
I'm like, oh, man, yo, it's just, fuck. I just want to throw my shit into like the ocean or something.
You need to
bro.
download like a random chatting app where it's just you and me. And you know, I don't know, Telegram or whatever, something that's semi-popular, but people don't really use. You and I need to like just use that.
Yeah.
And that's the one app that you don't mute.
Yeah, for all you younger listeners, you probably don't know, but AOL had remember AIM?
Of course.
Yeah, AOL Instant Messenger, baby.
That was like the OG WhatsApp, iMessage.
Yeah, I think once that died, my heart died with it.
ASL?
Yeah, and then ASL, I was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh yeah, ASL.
ASL.
Yeah.
If you guys get that comment, please let us know. ASL.
Yeah, if you do, also you're a creeper. But yeah, man, I'm kind of happy for you. But also, I'm a little upset, man.
What happened?
I'm accusing you of some infidelity, some podcast infidelity. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. Can't hide now.
Yeah, you're a little bit jealous.
That's right.
You're like my podcast husband, but what's the thing when people have multiple spouses?
Podcast,
poly something?
Polyamorous, I don't know. You got a side chick?
For those that don't get what we're talking about, I guessed it on another Asian podcast recently.
Red-handed.
I was on with Curtis and his podcast, Infatuasians.
Yes.
So be sure to check that out. I don't know when he's releasing. We actually joked about that. If the episode went really poorly post-production, he had my permission to never release the episode.
All right. Caught. Got it now. But sorry, yes.
Polyamorous relationship, right?
Polyamorous, yeah, sure. Whatever, blah,
there you
blah.
go. Multiple podcast husbands.
I see you now.
It's fun.
You got like a separate mic somewhere.
You know, speaking of, why do people have such clever names for their podcasts?
By the way, Curtis, we never met, but I am a big fan. And yeah, for real, like, yeah, Curtis has a great name too. Like,
yeah.
What the hell, man? Like,
what the hell is Ben? What the hell is Lingjie? What the hell is Worst Asian Podcast?
Yo, sometimes when we go to our info, and please follow us, send us a like, subscribe.
Subscribe to @WorstAsianPod on all the socials.
Yes. It's just like Ben Lingjie.
Yeah, we don't have any clever puns, any clever anything.
Not yet.
We're just bad at branding. But I will say that for SEO purposes, having the word Asian in our title does work.
Oh, did you say SEO?
SEO, search engine optimization.
Whoa, look at this guy.
Bro, you're the chief marketing officer. This is like your turf.
I just call it like, yo, what's hot? What's not?
What gets us shown on Google Sensei?
So this episode has like a really special place in my heart. I think it does for you too.
Oh, right? Yes, it does.
So I'm a little excited. I wish we were actually doing it now, but also it's kind of early. I think we have to go to AA after if we start doing that. But on today's episode, we'll be talking about Asians and drinking.
Exactly. Asians love their drinking. As a quick side note, you and I and some of our other personal friends, we have a side bet for this year. We were supposed to...
Oh my gosh.
We were supposed to each get to a certain fitness goal by the end of 2021.
Yeah.
For those of us that did not complete that fitness goal, we were going to give up something. For me, unfortunately, if I don't get to 15% body fat...
You need to hit you need to do like 14% body fat.
Which is ridiculous.
Hit like a mile in like 4 minutes, like all this crazy stuff.
And if I don't do that, I have to give up drinking alcohol for all of 2022. With one exception, I'm always going to drink with my dad.
Oh, so, okay.
I have
I see
get out of jail free card.
Wow.
I'm just going to bring my dad everywhere.
Well, you know what? Since I'm the chief brand operating, whatever you call me, I technically need social media, so I can't lose it.
What was your thing that you were going to give up if you didn't get to your fitness goal?
So my goal was, if I didn't reach my goal, which I was so close to,
I don't know who you're lying to.
To the listeners.
People see your plumpness, your fullness now on social media because there's videos and pictures of you out there.
I know. I was supposed to give up social media for a whole year. That was my bet.
We need to rework these terms because for podcast purposes,
Nope.
you can't do that.
Nope.
Okay,
Sorry.
let's get into it. Let's talk about Asian drinking culture.
So I have a few questions. Man, this is like such a serious question to ask about drinking.
Shoot away.
Number one, what is your relation to drinking?
Good thing you asked that way because it is very intimate. I do have a love of all things alcoholic.
Yeah, man.
I am definitely not a connoisseur in the fine arts of different things. I don't drink bougie things, I would say. I'm not that kind of person. But I like to get intoxicated every once in a while.
Nice.
Or at least get that little buzz in.
Disgusting. I love it.
I was actually drinking on the podcast recording last night.
Oh, that sounds like fun, though. I'm not going to lie. That
No,
sounds like fun.
Curtis was not, but I was. It was a secret. Side note, I had to rein in the profanity last night.
Yeah, man, that's true. You're probably like...
Needed some synonyms.
How do I describe my anger? I am frustrated. I am so frustrated.
Getting back on point, I personally do like drinking. I don't go out drinking as much, but I do drink a lot inside my house.
Yeah, man, I missed that.
It is something that I enjoy. You know how like some people when they finish a meal, they want dessert or ice cream, something different.
Right, yeah.
I think for me nowadays, I'm at the point where when I finish dinner, when I finish a nice meal, I just want like a nice glass of
Like
something.
a nice bottle.
It is nice though, just to rewind with that after a meal or just like in the late evenings when I'm catching up on manga or something. It's less a social thing for me, I think, and it's more just a personal comfort thing.
Right, like a therapeutic. Some people draw like a nice lavender bath, bubble bath. You're like, I pour myself a nice Irish whiskey.
Shout out to the Japanese distilleries, Suntory and Nika.
Oh, yes. To our future sponsors out there.
Holy shit, that would be awesome.
If we got sponsored by Suntory, would you say like...
Or Nika, or any other smaller Japanese distillery.
If they did, would you be like, holy crap, I made it?
I would be so fucking happy.
Yeah.
Because you know how you made it on the internet as a social media content creator?
Right.
Number one, you get big sponsors.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Number two, you get a editor to do all your editing so that you can focus on content.
I didn't think about that.
And number three, you get haters on the internet. That's when you know you've made it.
All right. So I guess we have some mild success.
We've done the last one, but the first two we're still working
I was
on.
just saying that we definitely did the last one. We've been upsetting some people for sure, man.
So Ben, you drinking Korean, it's in your blood. What's your relationship?
I was a late bloomer, experimenting, and we all been, we were like in middle school trying to drink. You have that like one bottle like Smirnoff or Hypnotic, or or like you just had like a 40 or something. You're just trying to drink it. I didn't really have that. I kind of stayed away from it. I started drinking later in life. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that one time we watched that Super Bowl? Colts and Saints, I think, right?
Yeah, that was years ago.
And I made a bet saying the Colts were going to win. And if they lost, I think I have to just chug a beer.
Oh, yeah. We were younger. It was like a single beer.
It was a single beer. And I couldn't drink the single beer. And I was like, yo, this sucks. I hate drinking. And now I'm like, I like to have like that one beer. I always say the first beer is the best beer, After that, it's like, whatever, But that first beer, like after a long day, especially if it's like ice cold, you grab it. Man, we sound like a fucking alcohol commercial right now. It's like a hot day in summer.
Do we need to have any kind of disclaimers here?
Do we?
I don't know. On a serious note, some people do struggle with alcoholism. And I think if you are that person or someone that is that person, you should reach out and you should try to offer help.
Yeah, seek help, man.
Please don't take us seriously.
Please don't. That doesn't mean like go to your next liquor store and just like be like, you know what Ben said? Go grab a 6-pack and fucking slosh it. Drink responsibly. Miller Lite, right? That's like the commercial and shit. But, just grabbing one beer, sitting down, enjoying it, watching.
That's like your thing?
That's my thing, yeah. Especially if like the game is on too. I guess since I work in the restaurant business, most of my games that I watch are like LA based. So.
Yeah, on the West Coast games. Yeah.
So I'll be like, oh, who's playing? Oh, it's the Dodgers. Oh, it's the Lakers. All right, let's. They're playing each other. That's crazy. I don't know how that works, but yeah, man. So I enjoy drinking. I enjoy drinking with you. Sometimes you get like some nice new like fancy like scotch.
Yeah, people always gift me alcohol because my relationship with gifts is don't fucking give me stuff because I don't like having more stuff. Please, thank you. It's the
Don't give me more fucking stuff. All right.
The thing is this, right? When people give you gifts and the older you are, maybe there's just a me thing. I want less and less shit because less and less shit means that I don't have to worry about things. So if you want to give me a gift, Number one, I genuinely don't need gifts. I don't think that you should be forced to give me anything for Christmas.
Lingjie's literally waving his hands at me, saying like, "Yo," like he's the hand motion, like, "Yo, stop, yo, fam, yo, chill."
But on the occasion that you really feel like you need to give me something, most of my friends and my family know, just give me something alcoholic. Give me like a nice bottle of something or a cheap bottle of something. I have no preference. Those things are good because they're consumable gifts. Once they're done, I can just throw the bottle away. It's true though. You buy me like a random, I don't know, air fryer. Going back to a previous episode, I don't like air fryers.
You fucking hate air fryers.
Don't buy me stuff that's gonna clutter my world, and then I have to use it either once out of obligation to you, or
right, that's true.
Worst case, I have to regift it, and I don't tell you about it.
Wow, what a dick!
Don't do that. Buy me something alcoholic. I'll drink it. I'll enjoy it. Doesn't matter if it's $5 box wine or if it's like a $200 bottle of scotch.
I like how you go like as long as it's consumable, but you never mention like, oh, it could be snacks, it could be food. It's like, no, when I mean consumable, I mean like it must be like fermented alcohol. I just want to throw it out there as well. There's little disclaimers.
There has to be a proof something on the bottle. What proof is this? What is this bag of chips? 0% alcohol?
Oh man, that's a good one. That's true. So I was gonna say, I think I kind of answered it already, but what's like your top three? Like, what's your Mount Rushmore? Lingjie's drinks.
First, I want to say it's not beer, because beer is fucking liquid bread.
Yo, you always do. That's your philosophy. Yes, I know. That's why I'm fat.
Beer is just a lot of carbs.
That's why I'm fat.
It's just liquid bread.
You're right.
Legit. I don't enjoy beer. I would drink beer. If someone offers me a beer.
Barbecue at your place?
Yeah. I'll drink a beer all day long, but it's like I'm just eating a whole loaf of bread.
This guy.
So before I go to my top three, I just want to put it out there. Oh, but I do like stouts on the darker end, because if I'm going to consume a lot of calories, I at least want it to taste like
flavor.
like much more
delicious,
thicker flavor.
Like thicker. You're like, yo, if it's going to taste like bread, at least make it like a bread milkshake.
Yeah, just give me those stouts and those porters.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to it. Number one, and this may come as a surprise, it's wine. Red wine.
Yeah, man. All right, that's sweet.
The thing is, like, I love red wine, but I am not an expert. It's been my top beverage for years and years, but I have never gotten to a point, nor do I want to get to a point where I can distinctly tell you the flavor notes, or that it's this vintage, or it's from this region, or this whatever. I love. I'm like staring deeply into your eyes.
I'm like, oh my God.
I love red wine, but I am not picky about it. I personally don't care, and I cannot tell the difference between most brands of wine. The only thing I can really tell the difference is like when I have a cheap box wine compared to like if I have like a $80 bottle of something. That's the only time that I can maybe tell a difference. Everything else in the middle, to me, tastes good.
So for all you out there, old friends and new friends of Lingjie, hey, you could just literally get him like a box of red wine and Lingjie's a happy camper.
Skip those shipping restrictions on alcohol. I'll put my address down below. Just send that shit to me.
That's more important than sending us a like or subscribe.
No, of course not. Number two is a nice scotch or whiskey. I lean towards the Space Side variety because it's a little bit lighter. It's a little bit more sweet.
Oh, okay.
And number three, and this is a more recent thing, I love soju. Do you know why though? When I go to eat Korean barbecue or Korean food and I look on the menu,
it's always there.
It's always there next to the beer. And specifically, the beers will be like, let's say $5-ish. And the bottle of soju is like
cheap.
$8, $9. And I'm looking at it, I'm like,
oh my gosh.
I know where you're going with per volume of alcohol that I can consume.
You're like, yo, what? I'm getting the most bang for my buck.
Hell yeah. I look at that bottle of soju. I'm like, this will last me the whole meal. I'll have this. It's good. It's probably less calories. This is such great bang for the buck.
This guy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the ratio of alcohol to dollars is fantastic.
It's fantastic.
What about you?
That makes sense.
What's your top three?
I was going to say, like, that's spot on with what I have to pick as well. Red wine. Yes, I love red wine. Actually, top three, I think I'm going to have to go. I'm matching yours. It's like saying
same order?
I don't know about the order.
But you just said before that you love a cold beer. Or
I
is
do.
that more
That's
a
what I'm saying.
situational thing?
I guess if you had to it's my top four, then I would throw beer in there, but red wine for sure. Give me a nice cab. Give me a nice Pinot. Give me something, more international. Cote du Rhone, Malbec. I'm chilling. I love it. Was it whiskeys? Definitely. Whiskey's just too expensive, man.
No, it's not. I mean, when you go out to drink, yes, it is.
Yeah, man, dude. I don't know what this is. It's like an anthropological question. I think we gotta make. You like that word, right? All that college that went to waste. I noticed that Korean people love Jameson. They love.
Yeah.
I don't want to be self-racist, but I love Jameson. Without a doubt.
Is it great marketing from Jameson in South Korea or something?
That's the thing. I think they have fucking zero amount of advertisement.
So how'd you guys latch on to Jameson specifically?
I think Korean people, like when they first came to this country, they're like, oh, look at this bottle. It's green. They're like, is this a bigger bottle of soju? Yeah, I think so.
Dude,
Maybe, right?
Jameson bottle does look like a giant and large version of a regular soju bottle. It's like that exact color green.
Yeah.
And the label colors too.
And they're like, oh, Jameson. And they're like, oh, that's weird. This is a different color soju. Oh, that's weird. Oh, but it's strong.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like aged soju.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense. That it looks just like a bottle of soju. I've never thought about it that way.
I think it's like some like weird like Freudian inception. And they're like, oh, bang for your buck, honey. We got to get this bigger Irish soju.
Those are my people. Bang for your buck.
Bang for your
Can we also say that drinking outside is expensive?
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Ugh.
You go out to drink a lot more than I do. So you probably feel it.
Yeah.
I do most of my drinking inside the house. Number one, because I'm a loner. And number two, because I think it's the most bang for your buck.
Yeah.
When you go out to drink, and especially like how much we drink, how much we consume.
How much we can drink.
The only thing that
That's the
stops
thing.
me from drinking outside is the dollar signs.
I'm not proud of it, but due to my anthropological research,
You're bringing the stats this week?
I'm bringing the stats, baby.
Stats
Bringing
and the
that heat,
facts.
the high heat, the stats and the facts. I mean, it's just one thing, but we love karaoke. I mean, I love karaoke. Dude, they were charging a bottle of Jameson. Guess how much they were charging
In a KTV.
in a KTV?
KTV's always charged more, but like
But
$100.
times that by 3.
$300 for a random 750 milliliter bottle of
Not even
Jameson?
random, just Jameson, bro. Yeah. So there you go then. That's like 10x markup, right?
That's crazy. But then KTVs do that though. I don't think they make that much money on the room charge itself.
They kind of don't. You're
Sometimes
right.
a lot of KTV places where spend X amount, the room charge is actually free.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, we'll take this off for you.
Yeah, because you're fucking paying $300 for a bottle
Yeah.
of Jameson. So
They'll be like, yo, we'll give you like the top 40 hits.
do you like KTV?
I unfortunately love it. I love KTV. I used to hate it. I used to be so shy in it. And then like, oh, actually, I think maybe this is your philosophy. But I notice every time you go to karaoke, right? There'll be a bunch of people inside. And then the remote and the mic is just sitting on a table. And like no one's singing. Yo, if we're going to get this room, you might as well just use it. You know, that's what I think. For people out there, if you're going to be singing karaoke, it's not about being the best singer. I love it when someone's really terrible at karaoke.
Yeah, it's funny. It's fun.
And I love seeing people enjoy themselves.
Let loose and not worry about the fact that you sound like shit.
Like, no one expects you to know how to sing like fucking Mariah Carey's greatest hits. No one expects you to pull it out of your bag. So just, yeah, like enjoy it, you know, sing something.
I agree. The philosophy on KTV that we have is the same philosophy we have about this podcast.
Oh, okay.
Like, you don't need to sound good. You don't need to have good anything. You can just go out there, put yourself out there and just try and have a good time. And it's okay.
It still blows my mind. And I would say with like a badge of honor and pride that like, wow, you have a great name.
You mean our podcast name?
Yeah, man. They're like, wait, what did you call it? It's like, oh, we're the worst Asian podcast. They're like, that's actually pretty funny.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Speaking of KTVs, where else
Yeah.
do you think Asian people tend to do a lot of drinking? I don't see a lot of Asian bar onlys. You know how like Irish people have a lot of bars where it's just strictly a bar? Asian
true.
people do not have a lot of straight bars or speakeasies or things like that. Because I think we incorporate drinking with food. They go hand in hand, right?
Yes, that's true. Going back on that, like, do you have like a favorite thing, like food pairings as well?
Going back to the soju thing, my favorite pairing, I love having Korean barbecue
Yeah.
and fucking Korean barbecue and soju. You got to put the two together.
When we eat, I don't even have to ask a question. It's like, yeah, I'll just take a bottle of chamsu, 2 glasses, please.
Or for me, 1 glass. It's fine. No, because my wife doesn't drink.
Yeah, no, I meant me too, man. I was like, yo, yeah, me and Lingjie will be drinking.
Okay, the two of us. Yeah.
Or just me.
So like Korean barbecue and soju is an amazing pair.
Yeah, it's like dangerously too good, right? Can I ask you, like, you said you're not a big fan of sake? Is it because like it's just too much flavor or it's too expensive?
It's the cost. It's the cost.
You looked at me like, bro, have you not
it's the
been
cost,
listening
like,
to me?
Like a little, whatever
Yeah.
tiny thing is
Yeah,
at least...
that little half bottle.
The little half bottle thing is like $10, $15, right?
Yeah.
And it's like gone. Like 2
True.
seconds later, it's gone. When I go to a Japanese place, in those times, I would actually get beer.
Oh wow!
And
Look
get
at
some
that.
like, maybe they have imported Japanese beer.
Yeah.
Like I had a matcha beer once, like a
Oh,
Japanese matcha
man.
beer.
I mean, I know you're talking about.
It looked like slime from that Nickelodeon show, Neon Green.
Double Dare. Remember
Yeah.
that? Or like Mark Summers. Damn.
What about
Matcha
you?
beer.
What's a good pairing for you?
So I learned about my body is that I can't eat certain foods with certain drinks. So I actually am like the opposite of where I can. Some people can like have like a beer with their burger or wings, right? They can have like a glass of red with their steak. I can't do that, but for some reason, my best tolerance for all that is something in the realm of like sake and like Japanese food or even Korean food. And it's weird. Like I'm better at drinking alone and eating alone, like way better. It's like, you put Russell Westbrook and LeBron together. It's like, oh, it doesn't really work.
Yeah, they're great separately, but together they're not like
right. You
doing
get
that
your
well.
most bang for your buck, right? Like, oh, Westbrook can almost carry your team. LeBron can carry your team. Put them together, it's like, oh my God, this franchise is gonna die. You know?
So you don't enjoy food and liquor together as much?
As much, yeah. But actually, what I'm saying, it's because I'm Korean. I can do like soju and like food. Like I enjoy having soju with a really like spicy like stew. Oh, boiling. You should. Oh, you're like, I see you. Your brain is clicking.
I'm like processing those flavors in my mouth.
Yeah, man. Like delicious hot MSG in your mouth and stuff. You're thinking about it. You're like, yo, after this episode, I think I'm gonna go have a little solo lunch break or something.
I gotta get my booster shot after this episode, but after that, I'm gonna get some hot, spicy, whatever.
For everyone out there, get your microchip.
Third microchip.
The third microchip.
Me and Bill Gates are on point. We chat every night. Oh, man. Okay, where else do Asian people tend to drink? We do a lot of KTV. We do a lot of food and drinking.
I would say K-Town, especially still. It's still the culture, like, if anything.
Oh, you mean like lounges and stuff, right?
Yeah, lounges. Yeah. No, but there's clubs too. You're not going to give a fuck about it. Shout out to Mission, Joe, Chris, Kevin, all of them. They used to be the club Circle. Mm-hmm. A lot of forgettable nights.
This is the segment where I go a bit quiet because this has all been here.
Bro, there's the moment you step out of the club, there's like a little Asian girl like throwing up, trying not to like throw up in her hair and shit, and her girlfriend's like, oh my God, Becky, you always do that.
Is that a very Asian?
No, it's not. It's just
very Asian accent there.
I don't know.
It's like a Valley Girl, California accent you got there.
Yeah, California Asian girl or something.
Okay, maybe yeah.
And like they're just like holding each other's hair. They smell like throw up. But K-Town especially, man, like at night, it's just like this whole nother culture. There's so many people out there drinking and stuff. It's fun. And also, I'm all for like getting fucked up.
Okay.
Yeah, but just do it responsibly. I know that's like the most oxymoronic thing to say. My friend just told me one time, like he was drinking with his friends, a friend and his girlfriend. Bro, like apparently she fell over on the floor, slammed her head, and in the process brought him down, and this dude slammed his face on his frontal face, and they were fucking.
We're laughing because they're okay, right?
I think they kind of are. Get this now, my man, like he falls on his face, right? Face now is bloodied. He's missing a tooth.
Oh shit!
And my friend told me the next day when he walked by the same area, he found his tooth. I was like, no fucking way. He's like, yo, bro, like Exhibit A. It's like some like Law and Order SVA shit, like on the floor. It's like,
can you put the tooth back? Is that how it works?
You got to get a replacement tooth. You got to get a replacement
tooth. You sure?
Tooth. Yeah.
It's not like where you lose your arm and you have like 2 hours to stitch the nerves back together or something?
You would think that like if we can be attached to like a severed limb, fucking putting like a drunken tooth that fell out would be a lot easier, but I could be wrong. Any of you are dentists that are listening, number one, how do we get like an educated dentist to listen to our pod? And number two, like, please let us know. That's a mystery in life we have to figure out.
Please drink responsibly.
Yes.
Please know what your limits are. I think that's the thing. Like Asian people, especially when you're younger, you're not good with peer pressure.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You're really not.
I'm terrible with that.
And at the same time, are we genetically worse at drinking alcohol? The Asian blush? You definitely have that. Thank God my liver is malfunctioning and I don't have that. So I stay the same color no matter how much alcohol I consume.
I know.
But generally Asian people, you can tell from a mile away because suddenly,
oh yeah,
Clifford the dog, they're just really red.
Yeah.
Rudolph the red-nosed face.
Yeah, it is. And it's kind of scary like how there's more and more like convincing research saying like, yo, alcohol is like literally fucking killing you. You think like bacon and microwaves are bad for you? No, drinking is literally shaving years off your life. And especially if you're Asian, right? You see like because you can't. We're missing a protein or enzyme that digests alcohol. But
is that actually why?
Yeah, that we can't digest it. And like this is the most like entertaining poison your body
entertaining poison.
Yeah, that's what it is.
For the most part, I would say I can regulate how much alcohol I consume, especially when I'm outside.
And also like just the people we associate with, for most part they can
be more responsible.
Yeah.
Oh, but story. There was this one time when me and a couple of friends were out having Korean barbecue and we got a beer tower and then we were drinking the beer tower and then in my head I'm like, dude, did I get roofied? I was like, why is this beer hitting me so hard? And it's like that Korean Cloud, which is like 0.0% alcohol.
It's light.
I'm like, why is this hitting me so hard? And I'm thinking this in my head, right? So then later, when we go to reorder a second tower, we point to the menu, and the menu isn't all Korean, but it turns out the tower we got was beer and like 2 bottles of soju in the beer.
Oh my God.
And then me and the other 2 guys, we all looked at each other. Turns out we were all wondering why we were getting hit so hard, but none of us wanted to admit that we were getting drunk on just beer. Then suddenly we're like, oh, you too? You thought you were like getting hit hard?
Yeah. Oh my God, man. Yo, dude. That's pretty funny, man.
That's what happens when you can't read Korean.
Yeah, and also
you just point at the menu.
Yeah, and that toxic masculinity is like, oh, I ain't a bitch. You bitch.
I'm not a bitch.
Yeah, it's like, you're roofied, not me. I could handle my roofing. What's wrong with you?
I do have some facts for you.
Thank you. I was going to say, yo, I'm running out of facts.
According to the WHO, that's the World Health Organization.
Oh, I was like,
most alcohol consumed per capita.
Per capita.
There are no Asian people in the top 15.
Top 15?
They're not there.
No way.
So what this thing does is it took the... because there's a difference when you consume a volume of something. A volume of beer compared to a volume of like vodka is completely different. Some statistician was smart enough to do the math.
They did their due diligence.
They even things out.
All right.
US per capita drinks 10 liters of alcohol each year. So that's on average, one person consumes 10 liters of pure alcohol a year.
That seems little.
That does seem little, right?
Oh my God. That just shows you how much of a problem we have.
Yeah, it does.
I'm literally picturing like a liter. Yeah, I drink that in a week.
Who do you think is the heavy hitters of Asian countries?
Yeah, it definitely has to be South Korea. Like for sure. I don't want to say China. Yo, I drank with some of y'all people, man. You guys can fucking drink. Oh, and also, there's that red bottle shit.
Yeah, baijiu.
Baijiu. Yo, that shit.
Baijiu is the type of spirit, but the red bottle, I forget the name off the top of my head. Yeah.
Right, it's like a specific type of spirit. And bro, that shit is strong.
Yeah, it's strong.
I was like, yo,
my dad loves that.
This is a medicine?
Yeah, it does taste like it.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, this is fucking like turpentine or some shit. I'm like, yo, this is for like removing paint, my man.
My dad's on this kick recently. Like, you know how like white people start making craft beer?
Oh,
like,
man,
they get
artisanal.
Like my dad is doing like the Asian version of that where he buys like a bottle of baijiu or something like that. And then he takes, like when you go to like an Asian place and you see like a snake in like a jar.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He's doing something like that where he's taking random things.
Yeah.
Like, like his boot, his slipper, like some fruit or whatever. He's putting it into like a glass jar and he's pouring baijiu, like white.
Baijiu. I love when you say it, bro. It sounds so gangster.
He's pouring that into it and then he's just letting it seep there for months. And I'm just like, that's like his craft beer kick that he's doing right now.
It's like, now like when you're older, it's like, oh, I start pickling.
Yeah.
You know? That's like what he's doing. He's like, I can make it more potent.
So shit. Going back to the study, the top Asian country, according to the WHO, is Laos.
Laos.
Oh,
the Hmong.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of Hmong people there.
Yeah, shout out.
Who do you think drinks more, Korea or Japan?
I want to say it should be Korea.
It's Japan.
No way, man. Japan number one. Yo, Korea's just, we just fucking posing, bro. Like, we just pretending to drink the most and shit.
I think you guys are just drinking a lot by volume of that
I agree.
Super light beer like Cloud or something. Liquid bread.
So, all right.
Makes sense.
Japan number one.
No, Laos number one.
Oh, sorry. Laos number one.
Laos number one. Japan number two. China, we are really falling behind. We're like half the amount of consumption as Laos.
Damn.
And I don't know what is the result of this. I guess if you take the entire population, maybe there are just
It's a large number too.
It's a large number of people and maybe not everyone can afford alcohol.
Maybe that's why China's like on the come up though. You guys are just not drinking. It's like, yo, fuck drinking. Yo, we gotta stay focused. Like we gotta build these super highways and shit.
We got to build all these skyscraper apartments where no one's actually living in them.
Yeah, bro.
These like ghost cities are just popping up out of nowhere.
Yeah, man. They're like, yo, we don't have time for drink. I want to ask you, I want to pick your brain. Chinese people love dark liquor, like specifically like cognac.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck like the trophies. Do you guys like love having a bottle of Henny, Louis? Like you have that shit. The good, expensive shit.
Dude,
I'm
like
wow.
the thing is like Chinese people.
Yeah.
And as a Chinese person, I feel okay saying this. We love giving this expensive alcohol to each other.
Yeah.
But no one fucking drinks it.
No one.
We have friends who have cabinets full of Louis. And I'm not even joking. It's just on display.
Yes.
Why is this not being consumed? Even if it's for a special occasion, right? It doesn't come out.
Every time.
It's a giant like re-gifting circle. It's like you give to him, he gives to him, but no one in that circle is actually drinking the thing.
It's like get together in that circles and just rub each other's Louis bottles. Like, yes. You guys like polishing it
Even
together?
at Chinese weddings, it's always on the table.
Thank you. That was my next question.
But no one's fucking drinking it.
Yeah, by the way, your wedding, yo, you got fucking shit face, my man.
At my own wedding?
Yo, bro, that was
Yeah.
a lot of fun, man. Yo, I've known this man like my whole life. Bro, he was like on the floor in the bathroom.
My wedding was, I think, the last time I can really recall getting so shit-faced.
Yo.
Leading up to a wedding, it's so much stress. And there's a certain point in the wedding when you're past all the toasting, when you're past all the things that you must do.
Right.
So I got past that point and I was just like, fuck it. This is it.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry. Like, I gave my best man like a hunk of change because we had to.
A hunk of change. This guy.
like,
This guy.
I gave him some money. I'm like, pay the MC, pay the whatever. Like, there were bills that needed to be paid at the end of the night, but I knew
Yo,
I was
so
going to let
risky.
loose. This is all the
Yes.
cash. This is who we have to pay.
Bro.
I'm giving full responsibility
I'm
to
not
you now
even
because
joking.
I'm about to start drinking.
I was there when you're making that transaction go down. Bro, you like pull out like a fucking thick strap of cash and you just slam it on our boy's fucking chest like, yo, it's my fucking wedding. You hold this shit. And he was like, you gave him like a bomb or something like, yo, what am I supposed to do with this thing? And you're like, yo, I trust you. I was just like, oh, that's secure. Lingjie's down to get fucking hammered, bro.
Oh my God, so bad.
And yo, you had like each table, you had like a bottle of Johnny Blue. Bro, I was like, yo, this is like the most bougie gangster fucking liquor fucking wedding of my life.
Relatively
yo.
speaking, for a Chinese wedding, that was actually on the lower end of it.
What the fuck, yo? I was like, hell no. I was about to steal every bottle off the table, bro. I was about to put that shit in my
Chinese people love keeping face, and especially at a
Yeah.
wedding. That's why the whole
Yeah, I
thing,
remember
like,
he said that.
like you said, like you just have to have something expensive on the table. You have to give someone an expensive gift like
Yeah.
Louis, just for the sake of looking good. It's on display, waiting to be regifted.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Sad. Chinese
Yo.
people, please drink your shit.
Please
enjoy
yo.
it.
This is a PSA. We're like not trying to make people's
Oh
lives
yeah,
better.
sorry. Please drink it responsibly.
Yeah, responsibly, whatever that means. Through a cup. That's what we mean by responsibly. Just drink it out of a cup, all right?
Do you think we're getting too old for that shit?
Well, like just drinking to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind of embarrassing. And also, it's really, really embarrassing when like a tiny 5-foot person is like trying to pour the bottle down my fucking neck and I'm like 6'2".
That's very specific.
Yes, bro. Like,
It's very specific of you.
I wave them. I see it coming with it, and they look happy. They're holding the bottle. Like, yeah, it's your turn. I'm like, yeah. You're gonna pour it in my eyeball. I know where this is going. It's gonna go down my nostril or some shit. Save the liquor. Pour in a cup.
This is a club lounge story.
Yeah,
So glad I'm not at the club scene like you, because I don't think I could handle that shit.
I can't handle it anymore. I hate crowds now. Like before, I was like, yeah, I love it. Now it's like, find me a nice warm corner where I
Yeah.
can like lean on. That's me now.
That's like so much better. I don't know. I think alcohol is a very social thing. It's like a very good time. But most days I would just rather sit at home, have like a nice quiet drink, relax and unwind. Like that to me feels like a much
Yes.
better way to do it.
One ice cold beer or a glass of red wine. Lay down in my PJs.
And the older you get, the more that makes sense. And I'm not trying to say we're old. You know, we're still in our 30s.
Yeah, but we definitely feel it. I'm sure there was times where you drank, the last time you drank, you feel like shit.
I went to a wedding last month, a good friend of my wife's wedding.
Yeah.
I let loose a bit harder than I wanted to. And the next morning, I woke up throughout the course of the day. I was like, what the fuck are my keys? My keys are still in the key slot at my front door.
Way. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, your wife was like, yeah, he's drunk. But I didn't know it was like,
I'll do that at a wedding, and
Yeah.
I don't think I'm drinking that much. The next day, I feel like shit, but I'll go over to my dad's house, and we're just having a regular dinner, and we'll
Yeah.
just like finish off a whole bottle of wine plus other stuff between the two of us, and I feel
Right.
perfectly fine. I can go to the gym right afterwards. I can go run a
Yeah.
marathon.
right.
But when I go out to
like an event.
an event,
It's like all of a sudden, it's like
What the
you're
fuck is going on?
rediscovering alcohol.
yeah, it's weird. Yeah, thank God for my wife. Thank God she doesn't drink like at all.
Yeah.
Do Asian women drink?
Yo, Korean women drink.
Korean women drink.
Korean women
Like
drink.
younger Korean women, or are you saying like your mom drinks?
My mom doesn't drink at all. She doesn't drink at all. It's so adorable. But I definitely drank with Korean women. They become more manly than me. Now I'm like sitting at the table with my hands together, like they're bitch. Some Asian chicks can definitely throw down. They get a little fucking aggressive, bro. I'm like, yo, you want some like Gatorade? I'm like, you want some food? I think you need like some artichoke pizza or something. You need to sober up, my man. So, do you throw up when you drink?
Very, very rarely.
Very rarely.
My wedding for sure, but
You throw up your whole wedding dinner. You're like, I don't remember what I ate.
I don't know what the fuck I ate.
Yo, this is an embarrassing story, but I don't want to. But I mean, fuck it. Let's do it. So
What's not embarrassing about you?
that's true. That's true. So
Stay on brand, man.
Yeah, this for the brand. So I got really fucked up one time, and then I'm being responsible. I called a cab. It was a Lyft. It was a long drive, but I remember I was.
You were by
passing
yourself
out.
at the time?
I was by myself, and I was passing out in the car. We were just getting on the bridge, and I kind of woke up. All of a sudden, I had like motion sickness. So I was like, "Oh fuck,
Oh shit!
I gotta throw up." And I'm like, you know what? I got this. I'm gonna like ninja throw up out this guy's window.
Ninja
Throw up.
secret throwing.
I was gonna stealth this shit, Black Hawk down and shit. I'm like, all right, number one. So I go behind this guy, right? Behind his seat, right? I'm like, all right. Doesn't notice. I pulled the window down, right? All the way down, right? Now we're on the bridge. And I'm like, oh man, I definitely have to go. Like, there's no way about it. The worst part was that since we're on the bridge, I was originally just gonna tell him like, yo, pull over.
Yeah, but he can't.
He cannot. I proceed to throw up. In my mind, I'm like, that was the quietest like vomit ever. It was like a silent missile. Just fucking.
You thought
like,
no one noticed.
It sounded like I just burped. And I was like, bleh. I rolled the window up. And I'm like, oh, he didn't say anything. He didn't notice. I'm like, oh my God. Patting myself on the back. I'm like, Ben.
Good job, self.
Yeah, I'm like, Ben. Yeah, I felt better. Get home. Thank you so much, sir. Have a great night. And I tip him well and shit, right? I get an email a few days later from Lyft charging me like $200. And apparently, so number one, I forgot that the windows in the back don't go all the way down. And this is the worst part, bro. Like, they charged me the $200, right? They had evidence.
They had pictures.
They had fucking pictures of the shit, of my vomit. Like, so I threw up all over the inside part of the door window.
Ah.
And the worst part is, like, my man used flash. Like, he took 2 pictures. There's something about, like, vomit on a door in flash. Oh, my God. This
Very
was,
triggering. Makes you want to vomit again.
yeah, it's like, I have to do, like, viewer discretion advice. It was disgusting. And I was just like, fuck, I thought I got away with it. I was so sure, dude. I was so sure. And then, like, it's thrown up in a Uber, like, common thing. Because
I think it's common enough that most Ubers have like a bag back of the front seat.
I wish my man had a bag.
He might have had a bag, but you were just too drunk to notice he had a bag.
Oh my God, that's even worse.
Was that a long time ago?
This was 3 months ago. No.
I was gonna say.
It was years ago, I remember. Yeah, man, that's one of my embarrassing stories. Yo, let's get to the ranting and raving.
Our favorite segment each week.
You have some good ones. I actually have something. It's on the topic of drinking. It's about handling liquor. So I had a situation, and like this is one of the reasons why I also don't really like to go out social drinking. Mm-hmm. You meet people that you don't want to.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but for some reason, all y'all like Asian dudes that come to K-Town and drink, all of a sudden you act like you're like fucking like, they think they're Larry Hoover and they fucking own, they're like, yeah, like some
This
training
my
day
town.
shit. This is my, whoa, bro, chill. You don't own this block. For some reason, like, I want to say Asian dudes, but for some reason, Asian dudes, when they like drink, especially in K-Town, they get like so hot-headed and like they're ready. I'm like, no, you're not. So I had this one instance. I went to like some like anniversary party for MK. Shout out to MK. Congrats on 14 years. Later on the night, we get a karaoke room, and there was this kid there. I remember, oh man, he was off. He was lost in the sauce. He was drinking Hennessy. He was holding the whole Hennessy bottle himself.
I hate people who do that.
He thinks he's like in some fucking music video right now. He thinks he's about to drop like the fucking hottest verse in the world right now. He's like 5'0", whatever. Like literally tiny fat kid.
Nothing against tiny fat Asian kids.
Unless you're drunk and trying to fucking do some shit. Then we got a problem. So this kid, I should say, is talking to me and my friend, and I think he was kind of feeling my friend. And she has a boyfriend and stuff, right? But like he was like, yo, girl, like he's like holding the bottle and shit. Like, and then like he's kind of asking about me and her now. And I was like, bro, we're friends. Me and her now, we're just like laughing, that kind of thing.
Having a good time.
Yeah. And then the kid is like, Joe Pesci and Goodfellas like, oh, do I amuse you? Do I make you laugh? I was like, whoa, bro, first of all, we're not laughing at you. We're just laughing at the idea that you think like we and her, like, no, she's my homegirl, bro. And she has a man. He was like, oh, what? Like, he was lost already. And then, like, his little tiny friends, it's like, yo, man, like, had to hold him back and shit. And then,
I can't tell if you have a thing against drunk Asian people or just tiny Asian people now.
The reason why... The reason why I'm saying this is because he kept saying like, oh, yo, like, I get it, yo, you're a big Asian. I'm like, holy crap, my guy. Like, Jesus Christ. And then one point he was like, in a few minutes, like, yo, I could get my friends and my homies and, you know, we can do something. Bro, by the time you bring your friends here, like, I'll kill you. Bro, please. Like,
there's a lot of hostility. I feel like you've been saving this rant for a while. It's been like building up in you.
So this is the thing. I was mad because he was very disrespectful to my friend. Also, she's in law enforcement.
Oh,
if anything,
joke's on him.
Exactly. And like she displayed the ultimate patience. I was like, and she's not like that usually. It was like this kid was saying the same shit for almost an hour. I told his friends like, hey, like this isn't over. I expect an apology. I'm giving you guys some homework. All right, I expect an apology. I'll see your fat friend soon. All right. I remember I kept calling him fat, so I was like, yeah. I find him later, actually, a few weeks after. Same at karaoke. He comes up to me. Now he's like, his hands out, like his eyes are big. Like, hey, man. And, you know, I'm biting my lip. And he's like, yo, I'm so sorry. You know, I was like, fuck. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, he's like a fat little brother. I'm like, all right, come here. You know, I hug it out. I'm like, what's wrong with you, man? He's like, yo, I'm so sorry. I just drank too much Henny. Jesus Christ, clearly. Then I was like, telling him, like, look, I get it. You know, like, you were just too lost. But, you know, you're lucky you did that to us, because if it was with any other person, like, you're going to get hurt. And then, you know what he told me? He was like, you know, funny you mentioned that. Pulled out his phone. He showed me pictures of, like, him. He got jumped for something similar.
More cautionary tales, right?
And what I did, though, is like, you got to do an apology video, and I got to record it. And I got to.
Did you really make him record a video?
I made him, yeah.
To your friend?
Yeah. So I
kind of feel bad for this kid now.
No, dude, Lingjie, if you were there, almost an hour, 45 minutes of him in my face saying
fine, fair enough. So you guys good now?
Yeah.
This is literally the most passionate you've ever been.
It fell on the episode of drinking. So I was like, oh shit, this actually pertains to it. Yeah, man, that's mine. Do you have one for yourself this time?
Definitely not as passionate as you. Definitely not as long as your rant.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
It's okay. That's fine. That's fine. When Asian people are not drinking alcohol, we're drinking boba. That's like all our. That's the food pyramid. That's the liquid food pyramid of Asian people.
Yeah,
it's just alcohol, soju, whatever, and then it's boba.
That's true.
Hot point: boba bubble tea kind of sucks.
Yeah, I think it's a little.
Or at the very least, it's super overrated.
Do you think it's because like you grew up with it, we grew up with it, like over a decade of it?
It's been a lot of time. We've had bubble tea, and there was a certain point where my wife was obsessed with bubble tea. She was drinking that shit literally every single day.
I feel like she still is. What do you like? I feel like I feel like it's still strong. Like the brand is strong with her on that.
Here on the East Coast, we call it bubble tea. On the West Coast, they call it boba. Same exact shit, right?
Okay.
Zinzu Naita for you Chinese people out there.
Oh.
But it used to be, we had one or two places and they just made standard traditional bubble tea. It was cool. Right. It was just milk. It was just tea. It was just tapioca.
Right. Yeah.
It wasn't like a freaking unicorn in a cup.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
like 18 toppings.
You have like a million bubble tea shops right now. And now the only way they can top each other is by making these crazy, extravagant things.
Yes.
So, but like no one gets a standard bubble tea anymore. Everyone gets these elaborate concoctions. And I don't know what the fuck people are drinking. There's like cheese on stuff. And there's
dude,
there's
I saw that in the menu.
There's weird foam. There's all this weird shit.
Bro.
I'm not hating on you if you love cheese on your thing. You know, like.
I don't get it.
That's fine. My dad puts his shoe with some baijiu in the jar. That's fine. You know, you do you. We can all have our thing. But it's like when we give shit to Westerners for making like crazy frappuccinos at Starbucks.
Oh yeah, that's
like
true.
We're literally doing the same exact thing with bubble tea. Can we just chill with that, please?
It's crazy because, you know, we're in Flushing and there's always like a new thing like that. What's a tiger sugar milk or whatever?
Yeah.
I actually do fuck with it. It's
That's
delicious.
not even tea. That's like just...
Oh, it's not?
That's lactate milk
Which is brown sugar.
with brown sugar and toppings.
And bubbles.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's not even tea, man.
It reminds me of like, remember our friend? He used to work at Tenren.
Tenren, yeah. And shout out to one of the OG Taiwanese.
The OGs, right.
Tenren.
And the funny thing is like, we forget that, our man had to manually shake every drink. And Tenren was like the only spot. There was an actual line outside of Tenren. And he was like, yo, man, I would make like 200 fucking milk teas. And we're like, stop being a bitch, yo. And now they have these machines, right?
The machines that do the shaking now.
And then put the top.
Yeah.
Our guy like had to really like...
He had to work his ass off.
And then there was like those Tenren ladies that are like, separating tea leaves.
That was a real like tea shop, like a real tea shop.
You walked in, you smell the tea. It's like, oh, this smells great. Like you're like, this is like really top notch, like grade A.
Yeah, that was legit. That was not just lactate milk in a cup with like some brown sugar.
Yeah.
Please, I know this might trigger some of you bubble lovers out there. Just chill.
This was a fun episode, but time to get serious. We've been like, please drink responsibly, but
It is true though. It really is.
We really do urge it. There's a lot of stories out there where, especially drunk driving. I'll be honest, there were times where I was drinking and driving, or, at least like, I don't have a breathalyzer, so obviously I'm not going to, know for sure.
Yeah, but when you can or cannot drive.
Right. And there's been times where, and I'm proud of it too, where my friends.
Proud or not proud?
Proud in the sense, not for drunk driving, but driving my friends when they were drunk, and I was okay. I really did feel like I was like, being proactive.
If you're out there and you're having a good time with your friend, if there is someone that is conscious enough to do the right thing, make sure you do the right thing, both for yourself and your friend that's out there with you. It's okay just to leave your car somewhere. You can come back the next day for your car, but you can't come back the next day and like take someone's life back. You know what I mean?
Damn. I got mad serious.
But in all seriousness, calling an Uber,
Yeah.
have your friends, sleep on your couch for a little while.
Sleep on the sidewalk.
You can do that too. You can do that. Maybe not in the New York City winter time, but you can do that sometimes.
Yeah, but
Worst case is you'll get a ticket from the cops for loitering or something. But drinking is a very social thing. Sometimes you do feel a lot of peer pressure to over consume more than you can. If you're gonna do that, take that to someone's house.
Exactly.
Do it in private. And also, especially for women, when you're out there and you're drinking, be extra cautious. Because we hear all these stories about jackasses trying to...
Yeah, I mean, you were just joking about, feeling like you got roofied. But I know some female friends of mine that have been actually roofied or under the suspicion for sure.
Oh, shit.
Please be careful, especially, for females.
Especially. They always say keep your glass close to you. Don't drink out of it in case you've left it somewhere and you're coming back to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of creepy ass people out there, and there's a lot of people with ill intentions.
Yeah.
Have a good time. Do it responsibly. We're not just saying this as a legal disclaimer to cover asses. We're saying this as actual truth and fact.
Yeah, and also you just like, you don't want to be like that jackass.
All right, guys. Good episode today. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because Ben had to go to work after this recording, we couldn't enjoy some alcoholic beverages.
Yeah.
But my man's got to go make some money.
Yeah.
He's got to go in sober.
Yep.
He's doing the responsible thing.
That's right. Gotta preach what you practice.
Yeah, sure. That's how they say it.
There you go.
There you go.
Good save. Just a quick little reminder, we are still doing our fundraiser giveaway. Wow, that was a tongue twister.
If you're listening to this in December of 2021, then it's still live. Go check out our social medias at Worst Asian Pod. We'll have all the details there. Don't be cheap. Skip that soju. Skip that boba tea.
Yeah, for real.
Like, donate to a good cause.
Yeah, like skip one meal at Chipotle.
Yeah, that's like $15 right there.
Boom.
Right?
Don't get the guac.
That's $5 on its own.
Pass on the guac and chips. I don't know, just take $5 from like your friend's wallet. And boom, there you go. You got it.
He'll never know this anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just $5.
Yeah, or open their phone, go under Venmo, and send it to yourself.
Full details are on our Instagram page at Worst Asian Pod. Please check it out. Follow us there if you're not. Donate if you can. We understand if you can't, obviously, but don't be that cheap Asian.
Like we said, the possibility is really great for you to win our prizes. We're gonna definitely put it on our social media on some of the prizes we have.
Yeah, they're all there. Please check them out. Be selfish. Try to win something. The odds are in your favor.
There you go. The odds are in your favor.
Check out all our social medias by visiting www.worstasianpod.com. It will link you to absolutely everything. If you want to look at our faces, check us out on social media. Otherwise, we'll be back next week with another amazing topic. Stay tuned, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.